Good afternoon. Walang sagot. Okay. So, natapos natin hanggang letter C, nung problem number 7. Tama? So, letter D. So, balikan natin ha. Reviewin lang natin. Letter A, assumption, lost units, normal, discovered at the beginning. So, dahil normal loss yan, at sa simula pa lang ay na-discover na, do not assign any work done to the lost units. And then, the cost of the lost units would be absorbed by the completed units or the good units. So, madadagdag sa cost ng completed. Sa letter B assumption, lost units, normal, discovered at the end. So dahil normal yan, at sa dulo na ng processing o 100% completed na bago na-discover, assign work done to the lost units, both for materials and conversion costs. And then next. So doon pala yun sa letter B, yung the cost of the lost units would be absorbed by the completed units. Sorry, nagkahalo Doon sa letter A, dahil walang work done sa lost units, completed lang tsaka in process. Sa letter C, abnormal naman yung cost ng loss and this. So dahil yung materials dito are added at the beginning of the process, may materials na yon. And then conversion cost 60%. And then charge to factory overhead control. Okay, letter D, normal, abnormal. Discovered at the end. So kapareho yung equivalent production sa letter B assumption. Pareho siya, letter B. So, dahil discovered at the end, 100% yung lost units, both for materials and conversion costs. So, doon sa letter B assumption, the equivalent production for materials ay 80,000, for conversion cost ay 75,000. So, yung unit cost, pareho din, 14.0625. Accounted as follows, doon magkakaroon ng pagkakaiba. Dahil abnormal yan, hindi siya isasama sa cost ng completed units. So, cost is accounted for as follows. Completed units would be 60,000 only times total unit cost of 14.0625. Or 843,750. Next, in process end, yung katulad sa letter B assumption, 116,250. Now, the cost of these lost units na 10,000 times 14.0625, ang total noon ay 140,625. Yung 120,000 or the equivalent of 10,000 units times 12 ay charged to spoiled goods. Kapareho nung sa materials sa chapter 8, 8 or 7. And then the balance of 20,625 I charge to factory overhead control. Okay, so yun ang kaibahan ng letter D, ha? Kaya ulitin ko, cost is accounted for as follows sa letter D. Completed and transferred, 60,000 units times 14.0625. So yung 14.0625, reviewin nyo yung letter B assumption. No. Ganun ang pag-compute ng unit cost. And then in process end, kamukha ng letter B assumption, ang total cost ng in process end ay 116,250. And then charge to spoiled goods, 10,000 units times 12. And the balance of 20,625 I charge to factory overhead control. Paano nakuha yung balance na 20,625? 10,000 lost units times unit cost of 14.0625 ay 140,625 minus 120,000 estimated value. So factory overhead control ay 20,625 lang. Okay, na yung number 7. Punta tayo sa number 8. Lost units pa rin. O, to, problem number 8, ha? So yung problem number 8, department 2 ang gagawin. And then, mayroong normal spoilage na 5% of output. No? The inspection and identification of spoilage take place at the end of the process. So, pagtapos na daw ang process, bago na didiscover may nawala. Materials are added after inspection. Department 2 received 28,000 units. No? So, kung gagawin niyang units received, actual 28,000. Completed and transferred doon sa fourth paragraph, 16,000 units. In process end, 10,000. So, ilan lahat yon? 16 plus 10 ay?
26,000 po.
26,000. So, may nawawalang 2,000 units, no? Out of the 2,000 units, 5% daw ng output ay normal. Ang output means yung completed, no? So, ilan ang 5% ng 16,000? 800. Therefore, yung lost units normal, 800. Lost units abnormal, 1,200, no? So, total, 28,000. So, 4 yung pupuntahan ng 28,000 na units. 4. Completed, 16,000. In process end, 10,000. Lost normal, 800. Lost abnormal, 1,200. Total, 28,000. Equivalent production for materials. So, completed and transferred, 100%, 16,000. Sa in-process end, may materials na ba? Yung in-process end, na 60% complete pa lang. Ha?
Meron na po.
Ay, sino sumagot? Miss Agas, ikaw ang sumagot?
Yes,
Ha?
ma'am.
Oh, anong sabi ba sa materials? Materials are added after inspection. At kailan daw nagte-take place ang inspection? Take place at the end of the process. Ha? Inspection and identification of spoilage take place at the end of the process. So kung 60% pa lang yung in-process end, meron na bang materials yon?
Wala pa po.
Wala pa. O yung lost units na 800 normal at 1,200 abnormal, may materials ba yon?
Wala po.
Bakit wala?
Kasi po sabi po, yung inspection and identification of spoilage take place at the end of the process po.
Okay, so dahil nawala na, hindi nalalagyan ng materials. Ano? Nawala na eh. Ano pa lalagyan? Ha? Okay, so equivalent production for materials ay 16,000 lang. Ano? 16,000 yung completed. Punta tayo sa conversion costs. So completed and transferred, 100,000 or 16,000. In process end, 60%. O ilan ang equivalent ng 60%?
6,000 po.
6,000. Lost units, normal and abnormal. May work done ba? Ha? May work done ba? Oh, inspection and identification of spoilage or lost take place at the end of the process. So may
Meron.
work done ba? Meron. 100%. No, kasi umabot siya sa end ng process. Okay, so ilan ang equivalent production for conversion costs?
24,000 po.
Okay, 24,000. Cost charge to the department. O gawin nyo nga yung cost charge to the department. O doon sa letter, number 3 paragraph. Ha? May transferred in. And then added materials and conversion costs. Gawin nyo yung total tsaka unit. 1 minute. Ano na? Cost charge to the department. Total.
484,000 po.
484,000. Unit cost.
19 pesos po.
Paano naging 19? Transferred in ilan? Unit
10
cost. 10. So 280,000 divided by 28,000 units received. And then for materials, magkano?
1.5 po.
1.5. That is 24,000 divided by 16,000 units. And then conversion costs?
7.5 po.
Okay, that is 180,000 conversion costs divided by 24 pesos. Okay. Cost is accounted for as follows. Dahil may normal loss dyan na 800 units, ang cost ng completed units would be the cost of the 16,000 times total unit cost of 19, no? Plus the 800 units na nawala times magkano ang cost? Ano ang naging cost ng 800 units? So 16,000 times 19, no? Get the total and then plus 800 units. Ano ang cost ng 800 units? Dahil galing yan sa previous department, meron na siyang 10 pesos. And then 100% conversion costs. So 10 plus 750, the cost of the 800 lost units is how much? 800 times 1750.
14,000 po.
Okay, and then the 16,000 times 19, ilan?
304,000 po.
304. So magkano lahat-lahat ang cost ng completed units? Lahat-lahat.
318,000 po.
318,000. That is correct. In-process end. O ano magiging cost ng in-process end? Yung 10,000 units na yan, galing sa kabilang department. Sa previous. So, mayroon na siyang 10 pesos. And then, anong idinagdag? Conversion cost lang, di ba? 6,000 units times 750. Walang materials yung in-process end, di ba? O, magkano ngayon yung cost ng in-process end?
145,000 po.
145,000. And ano pa ang hindi natin nasasama? The abnormal units. Abnormal lost units. Dahil abnormal yan, charged to factory overhead control. Magkano ang kanyang cost? Galing yan sa previous department, so may 10 pesos na siya. Plus, conversion costs. Magkano yung conversion cost? 7.50. So, total cost ng factory overhead control, 1,200 times 1750.
21,000 po.
Okay, add. Kung babalansi kayo sa 484,000.
Yes po, ma'am, balance po.
Okay, balansyado. So, yung working process ni department na to ay may debit balance na 484,000. Ano? Yung total, yung sa statement ninyo, ano ang tawag doon? Total cost of goods put into process. Yun yung tawag doon, ano? Total cost of goods put into process, 484,000. Ano ang entry para doon sa third section? Debit, finished goods, 318,000. Factory overhead control, 21,000. No. So, credit, work in process, 339,000. Ginawa yung entry na yun, ang magiging balance ng work in process ay 145,000, which is the amount of the in-process end. Okay? Okay na. May tanong ba doon sa lost units? Bago tayo magpunta sa increasing units naman. Bago tayo magpunta sa increasing units. Hindi ko pala ginawa ito. Yung problem number 11 ay ano lang din ito. Similar doon sa mga ay added to production na pala ito. May increase na pala itong problem 11. Itong problem 10. Yung problem 9 kasi may increase din eh. Cutting and turn and then transfer. Then the process. Installed units are transferred to finished goods. Salvage value and then it's charged to factory overhead. To the transferred to finished goods inventory. Still had Okay, yung problem 10. O, simple lang itong problem 10 ha. Parang review na lang itong problem 10. Gawin natin yung problem 10 ha. Okay. O, actual. Ilang units ang receive? Problem 10, basahin ang pangalawang paragraph. Uy. Problem 10, ilang units ang receive from the cutting department? Finishing department, itong gagawin. There are two departments, cutting and finishing. Units of product are started in the cutting department and then transferred to the finishing department where they are completed. Sa finishing department, units are inspected at the end of the production process. No. Spoiled units, mali naman ito, ibasahin nga yan. Units are inspected at the end of the production process in the finishing department. Tanggalin yung finished goods inventory, ha? In the finishing department. And spoiled units are transferred to spoiled goods inventory. Spoiled units are inventory that their salvage value of 15 pesos each, and the unrecoverable cost of spoilage is charged to factory overhead control. Sa second paragraph, 5,000 units ang na-receive from the cutting department. So sa quantity schedule, actual 5,000. Completed, 3,800. Transferred to finished goods inventory. In process, ilang units daw? Ay, ano na? In process, ilang units?
800.
800. Which are 40% complete as to materials and 20% complete as to conversion costs. So, ilan pa ang nawawala para mabuo yung 5,000?
400 po.
400. So, lost units classified as normal. No, normal. Hindi. Kasi transferred to spoiled goods inventory. Basta lost units 400, ha? So, abnormal kasi tinatransfer sa spoiled goods inventory. Okay, materials. Work done for completed ay 100%. So, 38. Sa in-process yan, ilang percent na daw ang materials?
40% po.
40% of 800 ay 320. Okay. Sa lost units, meron bang work done? Ha? Ano, meron bang work done? Ano yung sabi dyan? Kailan daw ina-add yung materials? Ha? Uy, ano na? Units are inspected at the end of the production process in the finishing department. O ano? Meron. Kasi at the end of the production process na nadidiscover, nawawala. Ano? Yung 400 units. So mag-a-assign tayo ng ilan? 100%, 400. So ilan ang equivalent production for materials?
4,520 po.
Okay, 4,520. Sa conversion costs, 100% yung completed, 3,800. 20% lang yung in process. So 20% of 800 ay 160. Sa lost units, dahil inspection is done at the end of the production process, meron bang work done for conversion yung 400?
Meron po.
Meron na, 400. No, kasi na-discover sa huli na. So assumption, natapos na siya. Okay? 3,800 plus 160 plus 400, total equivalent production for conversion cost ay 4,360. Cost charged to the department. O ano? Transferred in, ilan? 60,000. Added in the department, we have what? Materials, 22,600. I-total na natin yung conversion costs. Magkano yung total ng conversion costs?
30,500.
30,520.
520. Total cost charged to the department or cost to be accounted for. Ang tawag, di ba? Cost to be accounted for.
113,120 po.
Okay, 113,120. Unit cost. Yung transferred in na 60,000, it will be divided by how many units? Oh, ilan ba na-receive? Ilan na na-receive from cutting department?
5,000.
Oh, magkano ngayon yung unit cost?
12 pesos po.
12 pesos. Materials, 22,600 divided by equivalent production of 4,520.
5 pesos.
5. Next, conversion costs, 30,520 divided by equivalent production of 4,360.
7 po.
Okay, total unit cost,
24 po.
24. Okay. Costs accounted for as follows. Yung pangatlo. Completed and transferred to finished goods. 3,800 units times magkano? Unit cost.
24 po.
24. Total, 91,200. No. In process end, ano-ano ang cost ng in process end? Tatlo yan. Ano? Ano-ano ang cost ng in process end?
Preceding department po. Tapos yung
Okay.
materials and conversion
Ilang
cost.
units sa transferred in?
800 po.
Okay, 800 times
12 po.
12. Okay, and then materials, 320 per equivalent production, per quantity schedule pala, times 5. And then conversion costs, per quantity schedule, 160 times 7. O magkano lahat yon? O magkano lahat?
12,320 po.
Okay, next. Ano na lang, hindi pa natin na-account, yung lost units. Yung lost units daw, ang gagawin, charge to spoiled goods. 15 pesos per unit. So 15 times 400, magkano i-debit sa spoiled goods account?
6,000 po.
Okay, 400 times 15. Magkano ba yung total cost nitong spoiled goods na to, na 400? Magkano yung total cost? Ha? Meron siyang transferred in cost na 12. Diba? Galing kasi sa previous department. 400 times 12, 4,800. Meron siyang conversion cost at materials, parehong 100%. So, ang total noon, 5 times 7. O nagpapakahirap pa tayo, yung 400 units na yan, may unit cost na total na 24, diba? 24. Kasi galing siya sa previous department, 12 pesos. 100% ang kanyang materials, 5 pesos yun. 100% din ang conversion cost, 7 pesos, so 24. So 400 times 24, magkano yung total cost?
9,600.
9,600. Yung 6,000 ay debit sa spoiled goods, the balance ay sa factory overhead control. O magkano yung balance?
3,600 po.
3,600. Okay, add natin ha kung tatama tayo. 91,200 sa completed 12,320 sa in-process end, 6,000 sa spoiled goods, at 3,600 sa factory overhead control. Balansyado ba? Total
Yes.
cost as accounted for. Balansyado?
Yes po.
Okay, 113,120. So yan yung requirement number 1. Requirement number 2, prepare the appropriate general journal entry to record the transfer of cost out of the finishing department this period. O anong gagawa natin ng entry sa requirement number 2? Debit, finished goods, 91,200. Debit, spoiled goods, 6,000. Debit, factory overhead control, 3,600. Credit, work in process, magkano? Magkano credit sa work in process? Ay. Ano? Debit ko, finished goods, 91,200. Debit spoiled goods, 6,000. Debit, factory overhead control, 3,600. Hindi ginagawa ng entry yung cost ng work in process end, ha? Naiiwan yun sa account. So, you credit, magkano lang? 100,800. Tama? 100,800. Kaya maiiwan sa work in process, ang total debit niya, 113,120. Yung total cost of goods put into process, minus 100,800. Maiiwan sa work in process account yung in process end na 12,320. Okay? So, master nyo na yung may lost units, ha? So, tapusin ko lang itong time nyo, ha? Pagka nag-end to, next meeting na uli, yung may increase in units naman. So, isang problem na lang. Page 313, numbers 13 and 14, ha? Page 313, numbers 13 and 14. So, basahin ko. Ellery Company instituted a new process in October. During October, 10,000 units were started in Department A. Of the units started, 1,000 were lost by shrinkage in the process. Kung lost by shrinkage, normal yun, ha? Normal sa process. 7,000 were transferred to Department B and 2,000 remained in work in process at October 31. The work in process at October 31 was 100% complete. As to materials, 50% complete as to conversion cost. Materials, ang cost niya ay 27,000. Ang cost na conversion cost ay 40,000. Okay? So, what were the total costs charged to Department B? Ang ibig sabihin ng total cost charged to Department B ay yung natapos sa Department A. No. Natapos sa Department A, lilipat kay Department B. So, yun yung completed units kay Department A. Anong unang gagawin? Equivalent production muna. So, ilang units ang equivalent production for materials? 7,000 completed, 2,000 work in process, 100% as to materials. Yung lost units ba na 1,000, meron bang i-assign na materials doon? Normal to the process. Walang sinabi kung kailan na-discover. Ang sinabi lang, lost by shrinkage in the process. Mag-a-assign ba ng work done doon? Walang point of inspection. Hindi sinabi kung beginning or end, basta during the process. Will you assign work done to the lost units of 1,000. Ha? Yung actual kasi, 7,000 completed, 2,000 in process, lost 1,000. Kaya ang total 10,000. No. Sa materials, 100% yung completed, 7,000. Yung in process na 2,000, nakalagay dyan, 100% yung materials. So, 2,000 din. Sa lost units na 1,000 ba, will you assign work done? O anyone, bilisan, 2 minutes na lang. Ha? May work done ba? Doon sa 1,000 na nawala.
Yes
Mr.
po.
Perez, meron o wala?
Meron po.
Wala. Wala, bakit? Kasi during the process, saka walang sinabi kung kailan yung point of inspection. No. So, ang description ng loss dito ay by shrinkage. So, normal sa process. Normal. And then, walang sinabing point of inspection. So, do not assign any work done. No. Kasi hindi mo madidetermine. Ilang percent na. No. Do not assign any work done. So, equivalent production for materials, 9,000. No, 9,000. Sa conversion costs, 100% yung completed, that is 7,000. 50% complete daw yung in process end. So, 50% ng 2,000 ay 1,000. Again, dahil walang point of inspection, walang sinabi kung kailan na-discover, do not assign any work done to the lost units. And that is normal to the process. So, equivalent production for conversion costs, 8,000. Magkano ngayon yung unit cost for materials? 27,000 divided by 9,000 ay 3 pesos. No. So, conversion costs, 40,000 divided by 8,000 ay 5 pesos. Total unit cost, 3 plus 5, 8 pesos. If 7,000 units were transferred times 8, magkano ngayon yung cost ng completed units?
56,000 po.
Okay, 56,000. Magkano ngayon yung cost ng completed units? Ang pinakamadali diyang paraan, huwag na kayong mag-compute, 27 plus 40, 67,000 total cost charged to the department, minus 56,000 cost of completed units, magkano ngayon yung in process end? 67